Just as Clause 2 finished the exercise I'd given him, we heard another knock on the door. And to my utter surprise, who should walk in but the third clause of the Syntax family, my seventh cousin twice removed, and with him was his son, Little Clause Jr. Well, as you can see, Clause Jr., as with all other infants, was totally dependent upon his father, who, like his cousins, was very independent. "What amazing luck!" I shouted. "What we have here, gentlemen, is a perfect living example of a complex sentence." You see, the complex sentence, by definition, has one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses. Now, we already know what an independent clause is, a group of words with a subject and a predicate, which expresses a complete, understandable thought. A dependent clause also contains a subject and predicate, but it must be accompanied by an independent clause in order for its meaning to be clear. In other words, it depends on the independent clause for its full meaning. This sentence exemplifies what I mean. The first clause is independent because its meaning is clear, even if the other clause were not included. However, the second clause, after the two arrived, cannot be understood completely without the first. So the second is a dependent clause. It depends on the first for its full meaning. Notice that both clauses have a subject and predicate. I then went on to explain that complex sentences come in two basic varieties, those whose dependent clauses are introduced by relative pronouns, and those whose dependent clauses are introduced by subordinating conjunctions. Then I wrote out an example. Here, I said, is a complex sentence whose dependent clause is introduced by the relative pronoun whoever. Then, bless his soul, Nemesis showed us an example of a complex sentence whose dependent clause was introduced by a subordinating conjunction. When?